guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, or welcome to my YouTube channel if you're new here. I think this is the biggest announcement I have ever made, or one of them on my YouTube channel. I have a car. Today I'm going to explain to you what this car is and why I bought it, things I like about it, things I don't like about it, and what the future is for this car. This is a 2008 Volkswagen Beetle. It has 181,351 miles. It has the 2.5 liter 5-cylinder engine with the turbo. And it has a 5-speed manual transmission. I bought this car for $1,500. I bought this car for a couple reasons. Some of them are big and some of them aren't quite as big. Reason number one, this car was cheap. I was looking for something that was lower priced. This is the first car that I bought, and I wanted something that I wasn't worried about like the resale value of. This car originally was asking $2,000. We got it down to $1,500. Reason two, this car is a manual transmission, and it wasn't actually my idea to get the manual transmission, it was my mother's, and I was like, that'd be helpful to learn to drive a manual transmission, because when I go to dealerships, it means I can drive more cars that dealerships have, because some cars are manual, and I, up until the point of buying this, had little to no experience with manual transmission cars. Reason three, this car is older. This is a 2008, as I said at the beginning, and I prefer older cars to newer cars. Reason four, connected kind of with reason three, this car is a little more interesting than a lot of other cars on the road. Yes, there are a lot of Volkswagen Beetles. This one is in a very pretty shade of blue, though. And it's definitely more interesting than something like a Chevy Cruze or a Toyota Corolla or a Nissan Sentra. Reason five, probably the biggest reason, I needed a car to drive around and to practice driving on. I got my learner's permit just a little bit after Christmas, and most people with a learner's permit just use their parents' car. I do not like either one of my parents' cars. They're new, and they've got these big screens in the middle. They're cumbersome to drive, and I wanted a car that I liked. I like that this car has a fully functioning set of climate controls, including air conditioning, heating, a defroster, a rear defroster, and 5-stage heated seats. These heated seats get very hot, like you're sitting on a flat iron, basically. And that's not always guaranteed in a car at this price point. I like the color of this car, which continues onto the inside with these little plastic panels. My car gets very good gas mileage. I have filled this car up about 5 times. Like I said, I've owned it since January. I filled it up about either the fifth or the 6th time. I drive it every day, and it's still got this much gas in it. The 2.5 liter 5-cylinder engine and the 5-speed manual transmission are very fun to drive. And I just like that this car is older and it's more unique. This is a car that I really enjoy, in large part just because it's not something that's as common as something like a Subaru Impreza or a Volkswagen Jetta or, I don't know, a Hyundai Elantra. The air conditioning, while it does work, can at times, especially on a hot day, take a little longer to heat up, meaning I have to full blast it while it's blowing hot air for like 5 or 10 minutes. One of the most notable things when you hop inside is the headliner. It had a fabric headliner that was sagging to the point where it was blocking my line of sight out the back window. I tried gluing it on about twice, and then it kept falling, so I was like, we'll just rip it out. And then this yellow foam, which is still back here, was falling down, so I was like, we'll grab some plaster and paint over it, which I've half completed. There is it's almost 2 feet of windshield in front of me, and the hood slopes down so steeply that I can't quite see where my front bumper is, so it's hard to know when I'm parallel parking if I'm going to hit the car in front of me. The power mirror on my side does not work at all, and the power mirror on the passenger side only works when it wants to. It's working now, but I've had trouble getting it to work in the past. In a similar vein, the door lock on my side is a switch that is one thin point away from just falling out. It does work still, but you have to push it just right because it's floppy. As you can see, this car has a black leather interior, which is good sometimes, and it means it doesn't get as messy as or dirty, like stained, as a cream interior, but it gets very hot. The power door lock on the key doesn't work sometimes. See, I push it, nothing. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. The lock always works, so I have to sometimes stick this in. The one thing that is cool is when I stick it in like this, windows go down, and I can turn it like this to lock it. Windows go up. This is not a problem that I have had necessarily, but this is a problem other people have had. The back seat space is not very good. It is better than some two-door cars I've been in, but I am 6'1". My knees are coming real close. My feet are kind of jammed up against the underside, and headroom is not good because of the way the back slopes. We are now going to take this car on a little drive. This car is very fun to drive when you're on a road like this. I'm sort of in the middle of nowhere right now on this nice country road. But going over potholes and speed bumps is a bit hard in this car because it has very hard suspension. It's what they call like sport suspension, but I call it like hard suspension. As you can see, I put a handful of accessories in this car. I didn't go over that when I was filming the actual interior, but I've got this flower, which is also a pen. I've got a litany of air fresheners. Some are on the mirror, and then there's one vent clip, which I got from Bath & Body Works. This pink thing is on the grab handle on the passenger side, is on my seat belt right here. On the driver's side, kind of blocked by my hair, but it's still there. I've got stickers up here that I got before I even got the car. And they're lots of keychains. Now, this is one other thing that I don't like. Sometimes I love this car being a manual, and I'm glad that I've learned how to drive it, but when you're on a hill like this and you're starting, it is very stressful. See, I have to roll back and then sort of hope and pray. I've stalled this car a few times, and sometimes in traffic, which is even worse. Though this car does have a very easy and soft clutch, which I like a lot. Now we're just going to take a nice, quiet drive with some music. I completely forgot to mention, this car has a name, Darlene. Now it is time to discuss the future of this car. I've come to this lovely Buddhist monastery, and I am sad to say, with a very heavy heart, that the days that I will keep this car are numbered. The replacement is coming up sooner than I had hoped, and this is for the main reason, which is that this car is just too small. When I bought this car, and subsequently when my parents agreed to get me this car, we thought that I wouldn't drive it much, in large part because I was learning to drive stick. I learned to drive the manual transmission in about 3 days of driving it in a parking lot, and then by day 3 I could drive it on the road. And this car just does not work for us. It cannot do highway speeds very well. It tops out at about 70, and at 70 it makes some really weird noises and shakes, and it's just not fun. And mainly, the back seat is too small. I have a sibling, and frequently more passengers to carry than this car can occupy or fit. Yes, there are 2 back seats, but they're incredibly small and not comfortable to be in. And as such, there will be a replacement for this car. I don't know when, but soon-ish. I have enjoyed this car very much. It has been a very fun first car to have. I'm very thankful to my parents for helping me get this car. Even though it has its own set of flaws that come with it, it is still a very fun and very special car, and I will always remember this one. Thank you guys so much for watching this very special video about this very special car. I really hope you enjoyed. Please like, subscribe, comment down below, and hit the bell to never miss an upload. Bye, y'all!